When a senior cat stops eating, they don't cry out or complain. They simply turn away from their bowl. It is a silent strike, leaving us desperate to understand what is wrong. If you are watching this, chances are you have a beautiful silver-muzzled companion at home who is suddenly refusing to eat or has lost interest in their food. It is incredibly frightening when this happens. Today we are going to dive into exactly why senior cats stop eating, what you can learn from the unique ways they behave around their food bowls, and the crucial first steps you need to take before a nutritional deficit turns into an emergency. Let's get started. To truly understand a senior cat's loss of appetite, it helps to think of their body as a stately, vintage grandfather clock. For over a decade now, its internal gears have turned in perfect harmony. But as time passes, the delicate cogs naturally begin to wear down. Dust accumulates, and the mechanism slows. The clock has not given up on telling time. It is just experiencing mechanical friction. In senior cats, a refusal to eat is rarely just pickiness. It is the friction of aging gears, and it often stems from 5 specific reasons. The first 3 reasons I will mention are environmental, meaning they are completely within your control to adjust. Number 1, whisker fatigue. A cat's whiskers are highly sensitive instruments. If their food and water dishes are too narrow or too deep, their whiskers constantly bump against the sides. This repetitive pressure causes physical stress and pain, which can make the cat abandon their food and water bowls entirely. Number 2, household commotion. As our cats age, their tolerance for chaos drops. They prefer privacy and quiet during their meals. A noisy kitchen or a high-traffic hallway can easily scare a senior cat away from dinner. Number 3, loss of sense of smell. Many owners underestimate just how much a cat relies on their nose. Cats actually have a very limited sense of taste compared to humans. Instead, their superior sense of smell, fine-tuned by evolution, is designed to detect meats, proteins, and bitter notes to help them hunt and avoid toxic foods. As cats age, their sense of smell dulls. And if they cannot smell their food, to them, it simply isn't food. Let's look at what this friction actually looks like in everyday home life. Take my own routine with my senior cat, Dante. When Dante turned 14, he started approaching his food bowl eagerly, only to sniff it and then walk away with a sorrowful look. I realized his gears were experiencing friction. His dry kibble was too hard for his changing body, and his cold canned food didn't have enough aroma to spark his interest. So I made a few simple caring adjustments. First, I switched him to wide, shallow saucers so his sensitive whiskers wouldn't touch the sides. Then I moved his feeding station to a quiet, protected corner of the room, away from household noises. Finally, I started gently warming his wet food, never to more than 100 degrees Fahrenheit, and also adding a splash of unseasoned bone broth or fragrant tuna water to release those rich, savory aromas. The changes were like magic. By simply erasing the environmental friction, Dante's internal gears started turning smoothly again, and he became more interested in his food, and eventually his eating habits returned to normal. However, if you have adjusted the environment and your cat still won't eat, the friction may be coming from internal metabolic issues or chronic disease. This is where you must become an active investigator. The fourth major reason is dehydration leading to nausea. In senior cats, dehydration quickly leads to muscle breakdown, weakness, and severe organ strain. While skin elasticity is a great test for younger cats, it is unreliable for seniors because their skin naturally loses elasticity with age. Instead, look for sunken eyes, lethargy, panting, or dry, tacky gums. The fifth reason your senior refuses to eat is dental discomfort. Severe periodontal disease, tooth resorption, or fractured teeth turn the act of chewing and swallowing into a source of sharp, sudden pain. Because cats hide their pain so well, you need to watch their exact behaviors around the feeding bowl to figure out what's wrong. If it's nausea, watch how your cat approaches the food. Do they look at the food while licking their lips or smacking their mouth frequently? Do they drool slightly or sit hunched over the bowl without actually touching it? If they adopt a tight loaf position, paws tucked tightly, chest down, eyes open, they are likely guarding against intense nausea. If it's dental pain, does your cat show excitement when they hear the can opener, but hiss, yowl, shake their head, or back away after the first bite? Do they tilt their head to one side to chew, or repeatedly drop food from their mouth? Another classic sign is a preference for liquids only. If they slurp up all the gravy but leave the solid meat chunks completely untouched, their teeth are hurting. If your cat is showing signs of pain or nausea, do not attempt to force them to eat or drink. Forcing them will only escalate their stress, damage your bond, and can cause them to develop a long-term psychological food aversion. Instead, document their specific behaviors around food and then contact your veterinarian immediately. A senior cat's health can turn into a critical emergency in less than 48 hours if they are completely lethargic, panting, or refusing to stand up. Never assume they are just being picky or that it's just old age. It could be the earliest warning sign of kidney disease, dental disease, or diabetes. Your vet can provide life-saving fluid therapy or targeted anti-nausea medications to get them back on track. Our older cats aren't being dramatic. Their vintage grandfather clocks are just asking for a little extra maintenance, a gentler touch, and a caregiver who knows how to listen to their silence. Now that you understand the reasons senior cats stop eating and the initial steps you can take, keep an eye out for our upcoming Slow Care for Cats videos, where we'll dive deeper into daily hydration tips and look at why some senior cats lose weight even when their appetite stays exactly the same. Before you go, here is a fascinating bit of feline trivia. Did you know that cats are the only mammals completely unable to taste sweetness? It's due to a genetic defect in their tongue's sweet receptors. Our senior cats truly live in a strictly savory world. Give your senior kitty some extra love from us today, and we'll see you next time.